Welcome to my kitchen. I just absolutely love the fall and all that it brings. The crisp, cooler weather, the turning leaves, the football games, and of course pumpkin. I mean, I love everything pumpkin. I love pumpkin candles, I love pumpkin pie, I love pumpkin bread. So today I'm going to make for you my vegan pumpkin nut bread. It is so delicious. You're going to want to make it tonight. Let's get started. This recipe is really quite simple, so I want you to know you can do it. And it's healthy as well. I've actually taken one of my grandmother's recipes and brought it up to date with a little bit more healthy tips, and it's delicious. So what you're going to need to do first is prepare your oven, of course, to 350 degrees and get your bowl ready, or your loaf pan. So I have a stone pan, which I find works really, really good. I'm just going to go ahead and spray it with my oil so that it's ready for me when I'm through mixing up my batter. Okay, that's done. Now you're going to need two mixing bowls, one a little larger than the other, and we'll start by mixing our dry ingredients in the larger bowl. Now, what I've got for this recipe is 3/4 of a cup of whole wheat pastry flour. Make sure you get the pastry flour because it just mixes so much better, okay? Then we've got 3/4 cup of our regular unbleached powder. Okay, so we got two flours. We've got our pastry flour and our regular flour. Work really good. Now, here's the tip, the little secret for today. 2 1/4 teaspoons aluminum-free baking powder. Make sure you get aluminum-free or the recipe won't work. You see, using aluminum-free baking powder alleviates the need for eggs. Then we've got 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to kind of whisk those together and then add my spices. The spices for today, I've got, here's how you do this. You can either do 1.5 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice if you use that. If you don't, we're going to use cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. It'll be 1/2 teaspoon of each and then only 1/4 of cloves as they're very strong. So here we've got our ginger, our cinnamon, nutmeg, and then just a little 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. I really do like the cloves though, they give it a nice flavor. I'm just going to kind of whisk that together. You don't even have to use a sifter for this, it works really good. A lot of times I will double this recipe. If you do, you can go ahead and use a mixer because you're going to see in a while that the batter's really, really thick. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do our wet ingredients in the smaller bowl. I've got 1/4 cup of walnut oil. I've got 1/2 cup of maple syrup. I'm just going to whisk those together. And then I'm going to put in my pumpkin puree. Pumpkin is such a good food. Did you know it's actually one of our superfoods? It's really, really high in fiber, which you really wouldn't think, but it is. And it's got a lot of vitamins. It's got the antioxidants A, C, and E, as well as minerals like potassium, manganese. The list just goes on and on and on. Pumpkin is so good. And you just kind of blend that in. You know, the walnut oil, I just love to use in cooking. I use it in salad dressings. I use it in baking. It gives a really sort of roasted, nutty flavor to the foods. It's really good. I use it whenever I get the chance. Do you know it's actually in omega-3, so it doesn't have to convert to 6? Now I'm going to throw in a little bit of vanilla. Of course we have to have vanilla. It gives it such a nice soft flavor. If you can't find walnut oil, just let me know and I'll start carrying it for you. I want to make sure that you have access to these wonderful, wonderful ingredients. I know they can be hard to find. Okay, we've got that mixed up pretty good, so we'll stick that over here. Now we're just going to add this over to our other mixture. You know, a couple weeks ago here on the set, we had some visitors in from some of our other TV affiliates. Carol from up in Nashua, New Hampshire was down visiting, and she brought me some fresh maple syrup. And I just love that, and so I used that in the recipe for you today. I wish I could go up there and tap a tree. I think that'd be really, really fun. Okay, now we're just going to mix this together. It's going to be really thick, so don't let that scare you. That's why I wanted to do it by hand on the show for you today, to show you that that's okay, because it's just indigenous to this recipe. And it really works out really well. You just kind of have to work with it and blend it in. And once we get the ingredients all mixed together, we'll fold in some raisins and some nuts to make it really good. Now, as I said, this batter is stiff, and that's okay. If you want to make it with using a blender, you can. You just don't want to over blend it because it will get tough. All right. I'll get my workout mixing this up today. Okay, now that's looking pretty good. So we'll fold in a half a cup of course, you guessed it, walnuts. And that makes it just have that crunchy, lovely taste. And then a quarter cup of raisins. You can use currants. And another little tip that's kind of fun to do is maybe put a little bit of white raisins with the raisins. It gives it just a little extra flavor and color as well. So we'll just gently fold these in. We've got our oven already preheated to 350. And you've got your pan already oiled. So we'll just spread this out here into our loaf pan. And oh, is it smelling delicious. I tell you, pumpkin has just got to be the best. This is so easy to make that you can actually do this in the morning for breakfast, and it works really, really good. So we'll scoop this out into this pan because it's really, really thick. And I'm just going to have to hold it like this and get it in there for you. There we go. And again, don't be afraid to try new things. Get that aluminum-free baking powder and start using it, and you're going to love the fact that you cut down on your eggs, and that way you can cut down on your cholesterol, because a lot of people really do need to address that problem. So now, once you've scooped it out into your pan, then we're just going to spread it evenly, and then we'll bake it for 45 minutes, and it's going to come out just incredible. And it's going to rise just like as though we had put eggs and all the other things. Oh, it smells good. Okay, here we go. We're going to go put this in the oven, and oh, we are about to enjoy some wonderful pumpkin bread. So let's get this in the oven over here. 350 oven for 45 minutes. And, of course, I've got one that I've been cooking while we were preparing the set for you. Oh, it's steaming hot. Smells so good. And look how it has risen just beautifully. You see the raisins and the nuts out in it. Just delicious. You need to let this cool for a good 10 minutes before you attempt to remove it from the pan. Now here I have a beautiful loaf all finished for you I wanted to show you today. This recipe works really, really good in a mold pan, so that's a fun way to try it as well. It is so delicious served warm with pumpkin nut butter with a hot cup of tea. Oh, I just have to take some over here and put some of this homemade pumpkin butter on it, which you'll find the recipe for on the website, by the way. Does that not just look gorgeous? You see, this is just delicious. And you can do it. It's just a matter of changing a few ingredients to make a dish healthy. For a copy of today's recipe, log on to healthycookingwithcindy.com, print it off, and enjoy. Don't go away, because we're going to be right back for more of your health.